Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar. I welcome all of you to this video on Master's Theorem. Now, Master's Theorem is a very popular theorem which is used for solving recurrence relations. If a recurrence relation is given, then we can easily find out the complexity, the time complexity using that recurrence relation. It will be very easy if you use Master's Theorem. But there is one limitation of Master's Theorem. Now, the recurrence relation that is given to us should be of the following form. You see, the form is Tn. So, t is the function of n, you see. Here, t is like we write fn, like that t is a function of n, where Tn is given as a Tn by b plus n raised to k log raised to p of n. This is log of n actually. This is log of n, but this is raised to p. Log is raised to p. So you could have written this as log of n raised to p like this. Okay. So the recurrence relation should be of this form only. Please try to understand where this a, b, k and p are constants. And there is some limitation on those constants also. Here a should be greater than or equal to 1. That means a cannot be 0. It should be at least 1 or more. Then b should be greater than or equal to 2, not n by b that we have written, n by b. That denominator b should be 2 or more. So b cannot be 1. And k, n raised to k we have written, that k should be greater than or equal to 0. So k can be 0 also. And p is any real number. So p can be 0.5, p can be 1, p can be 2, 2.5, anything. Or even p can be negative. That's also possible. P can be minus 1.5. That is, we may have log of n raised to minus 1.5. This is also possible. Okay. That means, suppose we are having a recurrence relation like this. Tn is equal to, just check this, 3 Tn by 2 plus n. This is the recurrence relation. Now here a is 3, b is 2, and remember this is n raised to k. So here k is 1, n raised to 1, and here p is equal to 0, isn't it? P is 0 because log raised to 1, log raised to 0 it will be, and anything raised to 0 is 1. So log term is missing here. Now this recurrence relation is of the form which Master's theorems needs. It is in the form given in our definition. Just check an example again. Suppose we are having a recurrence relation this type. Tn is equal to 2 Tn minus 1 plus 1. Now this is also recurrence relation because t is expressed in terms of t. Function is expressed in terms of itself. But this cannot be solved using this theorem, Master's theorem, because on the right hand side, we should have t n by b form. But we are having n subtracted with 1 in the given recurrence. So such a recurrence relation cannot be solved by using Master's theorem. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you when Master's theorem is applicable. Rather, I wanted to explain what is the significance of this equation given. Now, many authors, write this part, which I have written as n raised to k log raised to pn as theta n raised to k log raised to p n. This way also this particular part is written, but we have omitted theta with with any no loss of generality. Okay. Hmm. So if such a recurrence relation is given, then we can easily find out time complexity of this recurrence relation. There arise three cases. Now, how these three cases have been derived is beyond the scope of this discussion. So one way is you have to mug up the Master's theorem. You will have to by heart it, or you have to solve enough examples so that this nicely fits in our mind. Now you see, case one is if A is greater than B raised to K, then Tn is given as theta n raised to log of A to the base B. Just read this carefully. Tn, time complexity, is given as theta n raised to it is log of A to the base B. Similarly, case 2, if A is equal to B raised to K, case 2, if A is equal to B raised to K, then there arise three subcases. Now these three subcases are on P. Remember, log raised to Pn, isn't it? So if P is greater than -1, then Tn is theta n to the power log of A to the base B into log raised to P plus 1 of n. If P is equal to -1, then Tn is theta n to the power log of A to the base B log n. And if P is less than -1, then Tn is simply theta n to the power log of A to the base B. I know there is no point in reading this. You can also read it by creating a pause in the video, but still to keep continuation to the lecture. Now you see case 3, I am reading it. Case 3 is if A is less than B raised to K. Now imagine if A is less than B raised to K, then there arise again two cases. Now subcase 1 under case 3 is if P is greater than 0 or equal to 0 even. If P is greater than or equal to 0, then Tn is theta n to the power K log to the power P of n, and if P is less than 0, then Tn is theta n to the power K. Now this is absolutely full version of Master's theorem. You might find number of web pages giving Master's theorem, but the Master's theorem is limited to the application of that web page which it teaches. You can just rely on this Master's theorem and you can solve any such recurrence relation using these three cases. Let's prove it. Just imagine, as an example 1, we are given recurrence relation like this. Tn is equal to n by 2 plus n. Now here A is 2, B is 2, A is 2, B is 2, and K is 0. I'm so sorry, K is 1 because we have n raised to K, isn't it? So K is 1 and we have log raised to 0 of n. So P is 0 here, isn't it? P is 0. Okay. Now let's see what is the relation between A, B and K. You will see A here is equal to B raised to K, as 2, the value of A is equal to 2 raised to 1, B raised to K. So the case that arises is case 2, isn't it? Read out case 2 on top of the page. If A is equal to B raised to K, then there arise three subcases. If P is greater than -1, if P is equal to -1, if P is less than -1. Now here you observe P is equal to 0, isn't it? As P is 0, subcase 1 will arise because P is greater than -1. Then we can straight away write Tn. Here Tn will be equal to theta n to the power log of A to the base B into log of P plus 1 of n. Okay, so it's only a matter of substituting the values now. So Tn will be equal to theta n to the power log of A to the base B. Now A is 2, B is also 2, isn't it? And log P plus 1. Remember P is 0 in this example. So it is going to be log raised to 1. That is log itself, log of n. I hope you understand. But then log of 2 to the base 2 is 1. I'm not teaching log anymore. We have seen this in the introductory lecture of algorithms. But log 2 to the base 2 is 1. So hence Tn for this example is theta n, because it is n raised to 1 n log n. Answer. So it's hardly one or two steps that you can solve recurrence relation, but recurrence relation should be of the form a t n by b plus n raised to k into log raised to p of n. If it is of that form, only then you can solve recurrence relations using Master's theorem. As an example 2, let's see example 2 now. Let's say in example 2, we are given values of a, b as follows. Example 2 is, suppose we have 2Tn upon, let's say 5, okay, and plus n square we are having. Now check this recurrence relation. Tn is 2Tn by 5 plus n square. So here again a is 2, correct? But b is 5, isn't it? The value of b is 5 and value of k is 2. Value of k is 2 because n raised to k, isn't it? And value of p, remember the next term here, log raised to p of n. Clearly p is 0 because that will be log raised to 0, and anything raised to 0 is 1. So log term is missing. So p is 0. Now which case does arise over here? You observe in this situation, a is less than b raised to k because a is 2 and this 2 is less than 2 is less than b raised to k means 5 raised to 2. So clearly a is less than b raised to k, then case 3 arises. Watch on the top of the screen, case 3 is visible. So what will be the time complexity if if we have a less than b raised to k, isn't it? Watch that there are two subcases if a is less than b raised to k. If p is greater than or equal to 0, then one case, and if p is less than 0, then other case. Now in this example, we have p equal to 0, isn't it? P equal to 0. So definitely subcase 1 arise, that is p is greater than or equal to 0, then Tn is given by theta n to the power k, isn't it? Log to the power p of n. So it's only a matter of substituting the values. This will be theta n to the power k. K is 2. Log to the power 0. P is 0 of n. But log to the power 0 is simply 1. Anything raised to 0 is 1. So the analysis time complexity is n square. So simple, isn't it? Provided you remember Master's theorem, obviously. So, but then see that the proof of this is really time taking. And secondly, if you remember the theorem with the point of view of proof, then it becomes more difficult for you to grasp the idea during GATE exam. So it is better that you keep revising this theorem and keep memorizing it. That's the best option you can do. Let's take example 3. Suppose I take Tn as, let's say, 3 Tn by 2, okay, plus n, okay, and log raised to 2 of n. Okay, so now here we have a as 3, b as 2, n by b, so b is 2, and k we are having, k is 1 because this is n raised to 1 clearly, n raised to k, so k is 1, and we are having p as 2. Notice log raised to p, so log raised to 2 it is, p is 2. What is the relation we are having between A, B and K here is, we have A greater than B raised to K. Observe that. Because A is 3 and 3 is greater than 2 raised to 1. So A greater than B raised to K is case 1. Observe case 1 written on the top here. Case 1 is simple. If A is greater than B raised to K, then Tn is theta n to the power log of A to the base B. So it's going to be theta n to the power log of A to the base B. Notice how we have thrown out P from our consideration. If A is greater than B raised to K, then P does not have any contribution, whatever it is. Even if it was log raised to 5, we would have thrown out P. Now just substitute the values. We will have n to the power log of A is 3 and B is 2, isn't it? So you see that log of 3 to the base 2 is what raised to 2, what when raised with 2 gives you 3, isn't it? So definitely 2 raised to 1 is 2. So 2 raised to 1 point something is going to be 3. We can easily find out that, and whatever it is, I am now assuming it is 1 point something. So you will write theta n to the power 1 point something, whatever that value is, which gives the value 3 is going to be your answer. So easy, isn't it? Very simple to use Master's theorem. Let's take example 4. I'm going to write an example which is not solvable using Master's theorem. Let's see why. So this much erasing is enough. Let's see. Suppose I have example 4 like this, saying Tn is, let's say 2 Tn. This is very funny actually. 2 Tn, or let's say minus 1. Okay, this is better. I'll just erase it. Because 2 Tn will be simply unending recursion. Okay, Tn minus 1, because input should reduce, isn't it? Okay, plus n. This is the recurrence relation given. This cannot be solved by given Master's theorem because it is not in the form of A T n by B. First of all, it should be in the form of A T n by B, but it is in the form of 2Tn minus 1. So this recurrence relation cannot be solved using Master's theorem. We will have to use some other technique like recurrence tree, isn't it? Tree method, or we will have to use substitution method. These two methods will be taught in the later videos for such recurrence relations. But for now, I hope you have understood how to use Master's theorem and for the recurrence relations of specific type. Thank you very much.